In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use the Confluence Cloud API with Python, from creating your Atlassian API token to verifying your update. We'll start by getting secure access. In your Atlassian account settings, open the security section and create a new API token. Give it a clear label so you remember what it's for, then copy it right away because you won't be able to view it again. Treat this token like a password and keep it private. Next, copy your Confluence site URL from your browser. It usually looks like your company.atlassian.net/wiki. You'll need this base address for all your API calls, so keep it handy. Now set up Python. Make sure you have a recent version installed, then open your terminal or command prompt. Install a library for HTTP requests, either the lightweight requests package or the Atlassian Python API library if you prefer helper methods. A quick install command will do the trick. If you use a virtual environment, activate it first to keep your workspace clean. With the basics ready, add your credentials and URL to your script. You'll need your Atlassian account email, the API token you just generated, and your Confluence site URL. For security, consider storing them as environment variables or in a local configuration file that you do not share or commit to version control. In your script, read those values and build the authentication header accordingly. Decide what you want the API to do. A common starting point is getting a page to confirm your connection works or creating a new page in a specific space. For a read, you'll provide a page ID and send a GET request. Then parse the JSON response to check the title or body. For creating content, supply the space key, a title, and the page body in the format the API expects. You can also include a parent page ID if you want to nest the page. If you're using the Atlassian Python API library, you'll call the corresponding helper methods. With requests, you'll build the URL and payload yourself. Run your Python script and watch the response. A successful read will typically return a 200 status code. Creating content usually returns 200 or 201. If something fails, the message often explains what's missing, like permissions, space key, or payload format. Finally, switch to Confluence to confirm the result. Refresh the page you updated, check the target space for your new content, and review the version history if you edited an existing page. Once everything looks correct, you've completed the workflow end to end.